Devon and Cornwall Police. There was a special constable based here. He was messaging minors, sending sexual messages to minors. He was subject to a disciplinary hearing. He resigned before he could be sacked. He was responsible for safeguarding these children, and instead he abused his position to send sexual messages. We did a bit of digging and found out that George Cheshire has since fled to Vietnam, probably to escape his nonce-capades. So he escaped to Vietnam. Well, he didn't escape, but he is now in Vietnam, and he's actually a primary school teacher, and he also does one-to-one tuition. So a former police officer who committed child sex offences was never charged or investigated for those offences, is now teaching in a school in Vietnam. So we found his LinkedIn, did a bit of digging, searched his name, found that he's now working in a school in Vietnam. So make of that what you will. Just a little backstory, I guess. Should we try and find the place where the cars come? Yeah? Alright, I'll pick it back up.
We're going to be out there filming.
Yeah?
We're going to talk to a security guard.
Go on then. So I'll go there, you go there.
Huh?
I'll go in there.
No, I'll come with you.
Alright, just going to pick this back up. HQ there, police station there, I don't know, but just again quickly on that George Cheshire, that's now a primary school teacher in Vietnam. I messaged the Vietnamese embassy, letting them know on Instagram that they have a guy that was complicit in child sex offences now working in a school in their country. So I made them aware of that on Instagram. Follow my Instagram for the latest updates, Burks_2H. So hopefully the Vietnamese authorities can act on that. Hi there. We're just here to make a video. Is that okay? We're here to make a video. Excuse me? Okay, no, I just thought I'd let you know. Goodbye. Should we just walk through there? Another important thing to note, the HQ on the land registry is in fact registered on the other side of the road. So in that capacity, we can't actually be trespassing because there are no areas to trespass, because this land that we're on now is in fact registered on the other side of the road. So no one's going to stop our right of movement. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. So, yeah. Morning. Yeah, yeah. Just gonna have a little wander around.
Don't come past there.
Why not?
It says no authorised personnel.
Okay.
As soon as you go past there, you'll get a unit on you and you'll get called in.
No, we won't. This is registered. The land here is registered on the other side of the road.
There, you can walk on here, but as soon as you go past the signs, it's telling you not to go past it, you can't go in front. You want to go, that's fine.
Alright, we will. Thanks. Okay, bye. He said if you want to do it, that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, that's an invitation. What do you reckon? Oh, have you got the land registry printed off? No. Oh. Wherever I want. Huh. No, you're not going to touch me.
This one starts differently. Not with shouting, not with confrontation, but with something much heavier. Allegations. Serious ones. The kind that instantly change how you view everything that follows. We're not just looking at a casual police station visit here. The person filming opens with claims about safeguarding failures, misconduct, and someone allegedly escaping consequences, and then immediately shifts to filming outside a police HQ. That's not random. That's intentional. And that context matters because it tells you this isn't just curiosity, it's motivation. There's a reason they're here. There's a reason they're filming. And when you mix that kind of purpose with authority figures who are trained to question everything, friction becomes inevitable. But here's where it gets interesting. At first, everything feels calm, controlled, almost polite. No shouting, no chaos, Just quiet movement, quiet observation, and a few early warnings. And if you've seen situations like this before, you already know it's not the loud moments that matter most. It's the quiet ones. The small misunderstandings. The assumptions. The little lines that get crossed before anyone even realizes what's happening. Because once those lines blur, things escalate fast, so watch closely. Because what starts as calm and calculated is about to turn into confusion, contradiction, and a clash over who actually understands the rules of the space.
Okay, well, no one's. You're welcome to turn around.
Well, I'm not turning around nowhere, mate.
Okay, don't.
Yeah, units on radar.
Yeah, that's all we see, mate.
Did you not hear what I said about the land registry?
Don't care about the land registry, mate.
You don't care about land registry, so you don't care. You don't care about laws.
We've got signs here that say you can't go on the road. We've just broken that law.
Which law is that?
It's basically your...
Those signs don't hold any sort of jurisdiction.
Mate, due to counter-terrorism, you're not allowed on here. Simple as that.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. You've been here before, haven't you?
I have not been here before.
I've got you on film here before.
I've definitely not been here before.
We'll see what the unit says when they come down, mate.
What do you reckon? Should we go the other side or not? We'll pick it
Across
back
the
up.
across the whole country, yeah? The whole country is on a heightened alert for terrorism, and you think it's okay that any Tom, Dick and Harry could just walk
Yes,
on here
I
without
do
being
think it's
stopped?
okay, yeah.
You're off your legs, mate.
I'm not off anything.
The implied right of access.
I'm not only that, remember what I said about the land registry?
Right, so where's the land registry? Have you got a copy of it on you?
I can show it to you.
Let's have a look.
I don't have a copy of it
Oh,
on
there
me.
you go. You're not prepared, are you? You know, people filming and that. You know, we've all got families.
No, I don't have any internet.
That'll go on some crap thing online.
All right,
We've got
try and
families.
reserve.
You put-
And it's important to separate emotion from verification here. The claims being made are serious. Misconduct involving minors, someone resigning before disciplinary action, and then allegedly leaving the country and working in a school abroad. Now, from a viewer's perspective, that immediately creates distrust. It frames the police institution in a negative light before we even get to the interaction on site. And that framing matters because it influences how every action by security or officers will be interpreted. Here's the key question. OES raising serious allegations justify the behavior that because while context explains motivation, it doesn't automatically validate actions. And this is where things start to blur between activism, investigation, and confrontation. And that blur? It's about to collide with...
You're in uniform, you're at work, like, I don't need to hear your opinion. Like.
Mate, I've been filmed probably 300 times on it.
Excellent, so then...
Never mind my name, mate. You got a shoulder number. You carry on, mate. Do it. No, I'm not telling you. I don't have to.
Don't have to.
Data protection, I thought you knew the law.
So freedom of information, I can actually request your info.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
you're working for the public sector.
No.
So under freedom of information, I can request to find out who you are.
I think you're wrong.
You think
I
I'm
know
wrong?
you're wrong. What's your name?
I'm not going to give my
Well,
name.
there you go.
Well, I don't work for the public sector, do I?
Neither do I, mate. I'm a private company. We don't
You
work
are
for
a
the
private.
police.
You are a private company, are you?
We are.
Okay. I thought you wanted to get hands on. What happened?
Too old for it, mate.
Don't fancy it.
Too old. Done all the door work, through the strokes out when I was younger.
You seem like a hard nut, though.
I was when I was younger.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, mate. Too old for it.
Where do the police cars coming in and out of?
You see it in a minute.
Do they come from here?
I can't tell you that.
I haven't been here before, by the way.
I'm sure I've seen you.
No, I haven't.
Seriously?
No, seriously. We should have brought the land registry thing. He's right. We should have prepared. I mean, we can go get it.
Yeah, let's go get
Should we go get it and come back?
You still won't be welcome here. You're not allowed on here. Simple
What do you
as
think?
that. Yeah, one coming down. Have a word with
Oh,
her.
what's she gonna do?
Go down over here.
So we can leverage it better. Come. But just for the moment, we're gonna step back here. pick it back up.
Yeah, can you just tell me where the police cars coming in and out?
Where they come in and out. Some come in and out of the entrance here. Some come in and out of the entrance over that way. It completely depends what department it is.
Do you mind taking your hands out of there?
I can put my hands in my stab vest if I'd like to.
It's just a bit inappropriate, like you're talking to a member of the public. It almost seems as if your hands are on your...
No. Alright.
Okay, can we help you?
No, that's if I can help you. That was all.
No, can we just wander around, have an escorted
No,
tour?
absolutely not.
Why not?
Because this is a private scene,
Right.
okay? There's even signs here saying no unauthorised access, so unless you've got authority to come onto the site, then you can wait outside and watch the police cars if that's what you're here to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you aware that the land is actually registered on the other side of the road?
I'm not too sure of that at all, where the land registry is, because I don't work in land registry.
No, neither do I, but it's public information, so technically we can't
No, I
trespass.
haven't researched that information, unfortunately, but
You know it's illegal not to have a title plan. And there's no title plan here. It's illegal to do that.
right.
So the
Moment captures something deeper than just filming. It's about trust, or more accurately, the lack of it. When people feel like institutions haven't been transparent or accountable, they turn to documentation. Cameras become a form of protection, a way to create their own record of events. And that's exactly what this feels like: controlled, deliberate, and purposeful. But here's the flip side. From the perspective of security or police, cameras don't always signal accountability. Sometimes they signal risk, unknown intent, potential exposure. So right here, before a single argument even begins, both sides are already operating from completely different assumptions. One side sees transparency, the other sees uncertainty.
If you do, you'll be removed and escorted off the site.
who's gonna do that?
It's private land.
Private taxpayer pays for it.
Trespass over a civil matter.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah,
We want an escorted tour.
No, if you want to come in, I mean, you're going to have to speak to, well, it's about getting authority for the access point, so unless you've got kind of reason why you need to come in, we can't just give out tours willy-nilly,
Why not?
because that's just not policy. It's not what we do. It's a private land with confidential information.
Okay.
Okay?
Can you identify, please?
Pardon?
Would you identify yourself?
Yeah. My name is PC8193 with Devon Common Police.
What's your name?
I don't have to give out my name.
You don't?
No. I'll
Okay.
give you my shoulder number.
Okay. Happy?
Absolutely, as long as you are.
Yeah.
Cool.
Been happy. But why are you still stood?
Because I'm allowed to stand.
Yeah, have you not got stuff to be getting on with?
At the minute, I've come out to speak to you two because you seem lost.
No, we're not lost.
No? Okay.
We've got a map,
I'm glad.
so we're not lost. We're happy. Thank you for your service.
Okay, no worries. I'm glad. I'm out here supporting my security colleagues as well. Lovely. Is there any other...
What asterisk sounds like legal territory. The mention of land registry is being used as a justification for access, essentially arguing that because of how the land is registered, they can't be trespassing. But here's where things get tricky. Legal arguments only work if they're clearly understood, correctly applied, and actually relevant to the situation at hand. And right now, it feels more like confidence than clarity. Notice the delivery. It's assertive, almost certain. But when challenged later, that certainty starts to wobble. And that's a dangerous position to be in during an interaction like this. Because if you base your actions on a legal assumption that isn't airtight...
Don't delete that. I can request the photos he's taken of me. Yeah? Alright. Is that your personal phone or is that a work phone? Alright. What do you reckon? Stay, go?
Yeah, I want to know what legislation we'd be breaking if we walked on here. Because that'd be a civil matter. It's an implied right of access. So
That's
I
not,
don't know.
because there's no unauthorised access, and my security colleagues have even told you that.
And they can revoke your implied right of access. But again, the land registry is the title plan suggests that the HQ is based on the other side, so the trespass can't really begin.
Okay, but you can see that.
There's nowhere to trespass. Do you understand?
Okay.
There's no title plan. So if there's no title plan, how would we know where we?
I don't work in land registry.
But you should know this.
No, I shouldn't.
You should.
I shouldn't.
If
All
you're
right,
enforcing
well-
the law and you're saying it was trespass, you need to know.
You're a public order, breach of the peace. Public order, breach of the peace, you're upsetting me, I feel threatened.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
Alright, that's your problem. Alright, nick me then. Nick me. Bro, you're a security guy, man. Just shut up, man.
Threatening us. The way that you came out was threatening us.
I don't threaten.
You saying that you was going to put hands on me and that?
I said I'm licensed by the law, by government.
Yeah.
To use reasonable
No, do it
remove you
then.
from these
Do it
premises.
then.
Huh?
Do it then.
You're not doing anything to make me do it, are you?
Alright, well, you just said you were feeling like harassed and threatened.
Well, you are. By talking to me like that, I feel threatened now.
Well, how am I talking to you?
You're threatening me, mate.
I threatened you, have I? Alright, mate. Why are you not a police officer? Excuse me?
Public order, that's not trespass.
So what? So
It's a beautiful thing, my friend.
Do you guys have names?
yeah,
You're gonna
Coley.
Cody. And what's your friend's name?
I don't know, lol.
Okay.
Do you know about?
We're here.
Do you know about some guy, George Cheshire, that was based here?
Unfortunately, I don't.
You don't know him?
Did you just say where are you? I'm gonna help you with that bit.
Hello, James.
Hello.
Right. What are you after?
Just making a video.
On George Cheshire. He got dismissed from the, or was going to get dismissed from this site.
Well, that's new to me. You've just said you were watching police cars.
Sorry?
You
No, I
said
asked.
you were
No,
watching
no, I
police
didn't. I asked where the police cars were coming in and out.
cars. Yeah, because you've come to watch police cars, is what you told me.
No.
You're by main entrance, right there. And there's the security box.
Can we help you?
Yeah, come to report about George Cheshire was dismissed from, was going to be dismissed from the force. Okay. Dealing with indecent child.
He was sending messages to minors, essentially. He was investigated, and then before he was able to be sacked, he resigned. He's now living in Vietnam, and he's working for a school there. So that's just a little backstory.
Okay.
But we're within our right to be here.
Yeah. Have you got anything that you'd like for the opportunity?
No, I'm just
say.
So,
We've got plenty of time.
They can't comment on that.
Huh?
They can't comment on that. They won't comment on that.
about
Real clash. And it's subtle but important. You've got a clear instruction from security. Don't go past the sign. Simple. Direct.ut instead of compliance, we get immediate pushback, and not just disagreement but dismissal. The land registry argument comes back into play, almost as if it overrides the visible signage and the authority of the person enforcing it. Now, from security's perspective, this is straightforward: restricted area, clear signage, enforce boundaries. From the filmer's perspective, it's different. They believe the restriction doesn't legally apply to them. And that's the core conflict. OT defiance for the
it's private property, you can't go in there. If
There's
you
no
go in there,
council
you'll be arrested.
For what?
Yeah.
For arrested for what?
Or for being found in any closed premises.
So what? Vagrancy Act?
No, it's just being found in closed premises.
What offence is that?
I've just told you what the offence is.
You haven't said anything. You just said something about enclosed
You
area.
don't need to go in there. That's it. I mean, if you want to stay videoing police vehicles, that's entirely up to you. But you can't go in there.
On a what legislation?
I've just told you.
Enclosed. That's not a legislation.
What section
You can
is
argue. I don't know what section it is.
Well, you should know really before making threats of arrest.
There's loads of sections, there's loads of law. We don't know everything.
Well, you need to
You're
know.
obviously just come here to be difficult.
Okay.
We're just saying, you can stay here and video police vehicles to your heart content.
Thank you.
But you are not going into headquarters.
Okay.
As simple as that.
And what would be the offence?
Obstruction,
How are we obstructing
because then
you?
we can't go about our normal daily business.
So we're not obstructing you now then?
No, because you're not in headquarters, are you? You're standing outside.
Obstruction does not have to be in the headquarters.
I'm not going to argue with you all day. If
All
you
right.
want to stay
All
here,
right,
then
move
that's
then, just
fine,
move
stay
then,
here,
go.
but don't go beyond those gates or be arrested. It's that simple. All right, James. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Sorry. Have you got anything else to say?
No.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
You should have let me know.
You're recording,
Yeah, but we're allowed to.
so are we.
You work for an institution. You're compiling information on us. So.
Sorry, can you identify
You're
yourself?
just wanting to be difficult.
You're not can you identify yourself?
Yeah, on PC 1971 Wade, currently stationed in the Operations Department within Court arrest. And okay? That's Sergeant Porter also. Well done, you. On the Operations Department.
Goodbye.
Oi, don't delete that footage though. Don't delete it.
I'll pick it back up.
What legislation it is.
He says something about enclosed premises, making reference to the Vagrancy Act, but again, like Hendon, Vagrancy Act applies to people that are like homeless, beggars, and stuff like that. So that's a non-starter. But then again, I still want to get more videos for later, so I'm not really trying to get nicked.
We can all come back. We'll all come back tomorrow.
Yeah, where's close to here?
Next one's about 15 minutes.
Yeah, should we go there?
Yeah, we'll go.
Go on. All right, we're leaving. Goodbye. You too. Yeah, just gonna wrap that one up. Obviously, we've got a plan, we've got a schedule that we need to stick to. So getting nicked.
We've jumped from signage and access straight to counter-terrorists. This is a major escalation in language, and it immediately raises the stakes. Because once counterterrorism enters the conversation, it transforms a routine interaction into something far more serious, whether justified or not. But here's where the tension comes from. The explanation doesn't match the weight of the claim. There's no